What's going on, y'all? It's time. Happy Friday. We're a little late today. Had to swap schedule with the baby mamas with the boy, but that's okay. We're coming here after the close. It's about 5 o'clock. It's time for some no noise. I am Z Rex. It is 9:15 of 2023, episode 317. I can't believe I'm already well over 300 at this point. It's kind of crazy. I was looking at some of my old videos on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, man. And even before I started calling them just no noise, I had about 30 something other videos. I just can't believe that it's already been like 350 videos. Crazy, man. But I got a bunch of history on there. You can go feel free to check them out. I was kind of listening to some stuff, some old streams too, to maybe like take some of the analysis because a lot of people don't like super long form. I do, especially with TA, but I'm trying to find bits and pieces maybe to clip out and make little shorts out of some of the hot topics, if you will. Anyway, though, let's get into some price action because we do have the close of the week for the middle of the month on the 15th. Let's get right into it. Let's start with Bitty Bits. Mama Bear, look at this. Open and close above the 21. Very nice. Getting that follow through. We're looking for this being a nice tweezer base, tweezer bottom base. Very beautiful candles. And this is actually, so we were cautiously bullish on the structure here because, neutral to just slightly bullish, and only because of structure. Like we talked about a couple days ago on Wednesday, that opening and closing three weekly candles below the 21 EMA is definitely a little bit bearish. But the only issue is we're not at like the bottom of structure. It didn't happen down here. That would be really bearish. It kind of happened right on top of all this. So it is a little bit different flavor than, let's say it was like, back over here, even you're below all this structure, or back over here, even you're below lots of the structure. But over here, you're actually above most of the structure. So it is a little bit different in that regard. So can't get super bearish. And I do like this reaction by the bulls a lot. And we're getting follow through. So this is looking pretty good. Again, though, nothing really changes until we get back over 28K. And so we're pretty much stuck in this little range of about 24,000 handle to about 28,000 flat. We start building daily candles above 28,000. This would start to be looking real nice and sexy like, but bulls still got a lot of work to do. See what they do for the rest of this month. If we jump out to that monthly, what does the monthly look like? Let's go see. Yeah, just ping ponging. Also, the monthly is showing the exact same thing what we just said, 28,000 and literally the 24,000 handle. And monthly charts are no joke. Let's see here. Futures a little bit weaker. They're not quite over the 21 EMA, so a little bit different than spot, but we've kind of had bifurcation across all the different tradables in Bitcoin. So not super surprising there, but we did have a nice similar structure with the candle indecision and follow through. So this actually does look short term pretty good above about that 26,000 area. Let's go to Novogratz, or wait, is that Novogratz? Whatever, Digital Galaxy Group, these fuck boys here. Let's see. Yeah, it still looks bullish, man. This is so weird how much GBDC, how much better it looks. And it just needs to clear that $20 level. And as long as we're above 1850, it does look very constructive. Below 1850, I would start to get a little bit concerned. Ethereum, unicorn shirt, man, is definitely not as bullish as Bitcoin. So it's a little bit sus for the bulls on that front. Hold on, let's go look at DMI real quick. Yeah, so DMI is actually crossed back into the neutral zone as of Wednesday, it looks like, on this candle here. Very nice. But if we jump over to Ethereum, we didn't get that over here yet. The bears still have pretty good dominance on this structure. Really need to get back above like 1650-ish. Looking a little bit heavier than Mama Bear. Let's zoom out and see how the weekly closed. Yeah, I mean, just barely right on the freaking 200. And look at this, y'all. 1, 2, and we're about to get 3 vol flashes on the weekly. We talked about this earlier on Monday and Wednesday. This is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen vol flashes on anything crypto on a weekly basis. I don't even think Bitcoin has those. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't even have that. I mean, that's pretty wild. So this is implying mega giant move, super gargantuan move, fairly soon. I would say for sure by the end of the year. Usually, like holiday times is pretty good for crypto. We'll see if that comes through this time, but yeah, looking pretty. What the hell? Looking pretty damn interesting off of that vol flash on a weekly. That ain't no joke, and we already have 2 confirmed flashes. This one can still change depending what happens in the next 2 days. You can see how it's yellow. So pretty nice defense so far off this 1570 handle. But definitely Bulls got some work to do to get back over 1650. Futures, a little Doji McDogeson here. That is a tight Doji. Let's see. Yeah, man. So Ethereum just not looking as sexy as Bitcoin's chart. Ow. Crap. What the hell? Sorry. All right. Let's see here. Oh, look at Litecoin. What's Charlie Lee doing over here? Charlie Lee being sneaky, getting back over 64. Nice. Okay, so this is a little bit different behavior. Getting comfy. We mentioned this on Wednesday. Getting comfy above 64, 65. That starts to look a lot more better for the Bulls. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, is this just a retest right here of this zone? You could argue that. And let's see here. It needs to really clear this trend line. So 64 is 64 handle is kind of the intermediate test. We start building candles above 64 though. That'll start to look really good. And decent reaction here. No follow through by the Bears. So the Bulls are defending these low areas. Let's see here. ETC trying to get it going too. Yeah, really needs to get back above like 16 bucks. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Oh, yeah, it does not look really that great on the weekly. Man, just kind of barely hanging on. You can see we're getting defended. The Bulls are defending so far right around like 14 and a half. So it's okay. Really just waiting for Mama Bear in Ethereum to show something. XRP. And of course, not everything weighs on XRP. There's a couple things. I think TON actually is trying to break out. Yeah, TON is actually over $2, so nice to see that. We'll get to that here in a second. So getting ahead of myself. A lot of resistance here at about 52 on XRP, but that 48-cent area that we've been watching is actually holding up fairly nice so far. Let's jump out to the weekly. Oh man, yeah, if this weekly could close up like above 50, 51 cents, that would actually be a pretty good candle right there. So let's go to XLM. XLM just kind of lollygagging sideways as hell, really 13 to like 11 and a half until it's out of that range. It's just ping pong mode. Tron is breaking out. Look at this, y'all. Continuation, super sexy chart. This one, we've been eyeballing the relative strength on it for really kind of a while, like a good chunk of this year, and definitely for the last couple weeks for sure. Very sexy price action. It is coming up to some major resistance at about 85 cents, but we clear 85 cents, and let's zoom out. I can see this a little bit more better. Above about mid 80s, we start closing a couple dailies. Above that, I think our next target is going to be this top of this wick, or right up underneath our target, right at about 10 pennies. But looking pretty damn sexy here. One of the better looking coins. DOT, not so much. It is just shit until it's above 420. Don't even care. Oh, Cardano is trying to hold on to these local lows too, but really needs to get comfy back above 26. Just getting kind of worked off of the EMAs there. Let's put our horizontals on. I don't have them on ADA, which is kind of surprising. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, pretty neutral. Really need to get over that 26 level. Getting a little bit of love here from the bottom of the purple ping pong box. One mo again. So let's see. Let's close this out. We don't need that. Yeah, getting love from the Bulls on this bottom range. I mean, how many times has this happened? Like 3,600 times. So one more time, why not? And clearing above two. I'm sorry, two. What the hell? Can't read good. 650. I would look for probably a run to at least 6, 9, 7, somewhere in there. Then kind of see what the Bulls do after that. EOS still looking like. I mean, this is a funky ass chart. It couldn't follow these damn wedge trend lines like any better than this. Pretty wild. It does have bullish divergence from this point to this point, so that's pretty nice. And we are seeing the Bulls attempting to come back up into the weak zone. Need to see them get into this neutral zone, but it is nice to see that the Bears are losing their Momo off of this, and that probably won't reignite unless they get back below 55 cents. But on the upside, really need to clear 60. BCH. Ooh, lovely bounce off this 21 EMA. Very nice. Oh, getting back over 210. Oh, snap, y'all. Very cool. Man, over 210. This starts to look just like little liquidation. Very nice. And I think we pulled the fib on this the other day, and it was like the 382 area. Yes, it is right around the 382 with the 200 below it. There is really good support in the 180 handle. Just need to see if we can make a higher high off this intermediate structure, and then possibly would be setting up for some good buys on that one. This I actually really like this. I think this. I mean, look at this chart. Actually, it looks almost identical to this. We can even there's a what you call it, a Deal and McDeal on here. I think it's called Ghost Feed. I believe. Let's do a little Ghost Feed. Oh, that's pretend. Just kidding. Just kidding. Holy crap. What am I doing? Messing it up here. No, it's not Ghost Feed. Which one is it? Is it the forecast or is it bar pattern? Is it that one? Oh, I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Y'all can tell here that they look very, very similar in their structure. It just hasn't popped yet. I think this is a pretty good long candidate right here with about a 5 to 10% stop loss, depending on your risk tolerance and how you like to slice the trading cake. But this is looking pretty decent. I would not be surprised to see this hit like mid 30s this weekend. Let's see. XMR, look at that. Getting some love off this little kind of descending triangle type pennant, sort of, off of this structure. Pretty nice reaction. Looks like the Bulls are trying to regain the Momo off of the DMI. So that's nice to see. Do they have it on the 458? They do as of Wednesday, hump day, actually. They ended up regaining the Momo. And there is definitely some resistance right here at about 150-ish, just shy of 150. But this is pretty constructive. And above 144, not too shabby. Let's jump to the weekly real fast. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. Yeah, barely holding on. Is this another higher low in this structure? Yeah, we did breach right here, but look where we're holding on to, right where this trend line cross is, and kind of in the middle of all this business. So interesting spot for Bulls to defend. Anything back below 140, though, I would get pretty bearish on that. Zcash, hey, look at this. Looks like it's trying to do the same kind of pattern as BCH and BSV, which is kind of the MO of the market right now. There's about 3 different crypto charts pretty much for everything. And this is one of them. Got some resistance at about 26, upper 26 handle. But this is looking pretty damn good. Not quite momentum on the daily. Let's go to the 458. I bet we barely have it. Oh, also hump day momentum flip. So shorter time frames looks pretty good above 25. Definitely got that resistance spot right here at about 26 half though. And then you also have not only structure, but the 200s right there. And so this is almost getting a little bit of bullish basing type pattern. Would really like confirmation for that above 2650. Dash is still underneath this line, but if this is if we are flipping to some bullish posturing to go into the holidays here, there could be some interesting buys in this zone. And some of this stuff is just so beat up. You could argue that just entering in some of these positions down here is warranted just because they're single digit percent risks for probably 2, 3x. So you're looking at 2 to probably 4 to 1 risk to reward ratios. And so that's pretty damn good. You don't have to be right that many times to make money off of that. Dogecoin is kind of has a sloppy H pattern right here, barely holding on to 6. You already know if we start getting comfy, like I said earlier in the week, below 6 into the 5 handle, that starts to flip a little bit bearish. Let's see if the bulls on the 458 flipped it also on hump day. Doesn't look like it. Maybe if it'll load, we can possibly see that. There we go. Yeah, didn't think so. So not as strong as some of these other shit coins. Really needs to get back above this structure here at around 6.5 pennies. Now, just for shits and giggles, because it's Dogecoin, and who doesn't like Dogecoin? Well, some people don't, but those people are losers, dude. Screw those people. All right, let me clean this up a little bit. We don't need that. We don't need this one. We don't really need this other blue one either, do we? No, not particularly. No, I'm going to take that off too. That's already been played out. All right, so something that's interesting on Doge, I was talking with my buddy about this last night, is okay, hold on. Let's edit some of this stuff to clean the chart up a little bit. No, we don't want to extend it to the right. Let's just keep it like that. Very nice. All right. So jump out to the monthly because then it makes it real easy to show. Here we go. All right. So I got a lot of fib extensions up here at the top, but let's just do a little bit of maybe the bi-weekly will be better. Yeah, the bi-weekly will look a little bit better. All right. So let's do fib extensions on some of these price actions. And you'll notice that there's very specific respect to Fibonacci extensions on Dogecoin. And this is going to sound a little bit crazy. I know I can't, once I get to the end of kind of explaining this, I can't really foresee this happening, but I don't think anyone ever thought Doge would go to 69 cents either. So just for some hopium, we'll just have a little bit of fun for some target projections on Doji Poo. Anyway, you take previous structure from like consolidation, like bearish market, whatever, and then you just measure from the top to get the extensions. And you can see the 618s are very respected on the extensions, which is each one of these lines, 4, 3, 2, and the 1618 extensions. Those are very important for setting targets, especially into price discovery when you have something break out on a blue sky breakout, which is just new price action and price discovery to the upside. And so on this, if we take the measurement, the 1618 and the 2618 usually get hit in most of these structures. You can see here, we go to 1, stall for a couple weeks, and then we immediately go to 2 a couple weeks later, come back, retest, and then actually stretch up to the third one before rolling over and going into the next cycle. So I'm going to shorten this one up, and then we'll add another one just to kind of illustrate my point here. And I like to take kind of like, everybody kind of draws fibs either with the wicks involved in tails or the bodies. I kind of like to split it a little bit. So I'll do something like this. And you can see here that in the same structure, consolidation, bearish phase, whichever one you want to call it, kind of the same thing, went sideways for, 2.5 years, 3 years. And when it broke out, look at this same pattern, one mo again. So we've got the extension 1618. Look at this, stalled right there at it, just like the last time. And then what did it do? It went right up to the 2618. Now that's pretty interesting. Did it go to the 3618? Definitely not. That is all the way at $6.90, funnily, or $6.60 actually, technically. Sometimes I just want to force the 69 onto the chart. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, pretty interesting, right? Very much respect there. All right, now let's just say the same kind of thing happens. Oh, look at this. The 2-week or the 15-day 200 moving average is printing support at 4.5 pennies. Interesting. All right, now let's draw this last one here, and it'll look something like so. Hold on, let's do that, and let's stretch out here. Now, this is where it gets freaking a little bit crazy. Because I don't. I mean, I can't foresee this happening. This is like stupid, dumb moves. But hey, you never freaking know. Dumber shit has happened in markets, that's for sure. So, in this kind of structure here, once we cleared over the 618, and we can see that on each one of these, once we got over the 618 retracement from the consolidation, we moonshotted here and here. And you could probably even do it off this one, but that's too micro. Let's just focus on these bigger macro moves. And so that would be if we were, if we end up clearing about 23, 24 cents on this structure, look where these freaking targets are. And the 1618 has been hit within about a month or two each time it's done that. And do y'all see where this is at? 287? Are you kidding me? Would that not be insanity? I think that's pretty insane. I don't necessarily think that that's, highly probable, but it's just something I wanted to kind of share. And it's kind of interesting because crypto has been what's the word? Very consistent with its patterns since its existence, about whatever it is, 12 years ago or some shit like that. But very interesting here. I can't imagine that this would happen. But for shits and giggles, we are going to just draw some boxes up here because that would just be so crazy, man. And we're going to put one up here too because why the hell not? I cannot imagine a $20, $30 Doge. That would be absolutely almost retarded. But hey, whatever. Crazier shit has happened. And no one ever thought it would go anywhere when it was micro penny. And here we are at 6 cents. So pretty interesting. Anyway, that's just something I kind of wanted to share. Kind of wild. And if we ever do get some price action above 23 cents, that's maybe something you can look for. And you might be asking, what kind of move is that? A big ass one. What's up, Casey Lewis? A big ass one. It's 300% roughly just to the 618. And if it went up here to 280 on the 1618 extension, that's 4,500%. That's absolute bananas insanity. But hey, Doge it's not like it's never done it before. Did it here, 4,500%. And it also did a 15,000% last run. So if Elon actually does really put this shit on Twitter or X or whatever the hell he's going to call it, that actually could manifest. I don't know. I probably am talking too much about this little hopium chart, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. All right, let's move on. STX just getting worked by the 21. Really needs to get back above 50 cents. Anything back below these swing lows at 42 looks like death. And look at this. TrueFi is actually doing a pretty good basing pattern right here. You could say we are in something about like this little range box. So a little ping pong purple box here, the triple Ps. And that looks pretty good once we start closing above 3.5. So still got some work to do. You can see it has been faded every time after the price on the dailies reached the 55 orange moving average right there. So gotta kind of take that into consideration. Definitely some resistance here at 3.5. Start building above there. I mean, I think 4 to probably 5 cents is a pretty good target on that. XRD is just floating still. Still don't have any problems with this above like low fives. Still looks pretty good. Look at VeChain continuing off this beautiful girthy candle. Doji, then follow through. This is what we want to start seeing on a lot of these altcoins. This is a very nice looking chart, and this is flipped back to a basing or to a bullish basing pattern above about 166. Of course, it's 66, 165, something like that. Adam is still needs to clear $7. Really not that sexy until it gets over 7. Osmos, is it bouncing here? Maybe. Yes, you could argue here that this is lower risk entry, only about 3.5 points. Is it a high probability trade? No, I don't think so, because you can see here it crashed even though your risk was pretty low. Crashed, and it did it again here, crashed. And there's no bullish divergence or nothing, so low probability, but the risk is really low too. So to each his own. Here's one that looks nice and sexy. We are above that $2 mark, looking really, really good on TON. The only thing is, look where we're at. We are at mega resistance, just over $2. And the bulls did try to get over this trend line, but y'all have seen what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish times it gets rejected hard from there. Will this time be different? It very well could be. Let's see where this trend line kind of moves us along. If we kind of draw that on here, like so, something like that, probably. So if this just keeps filling out, I would look for resolution to the upside there. And what is this hashed? Hold on. Oh, crap. What the H? There we go. Lighten this up a little bit. There we go. So just kind of cruising up this looks pretty damn good. I really actually like this above 190. And if we start camping above $2, like we were talking about Wednesday, it looks very, very sexy time. Pulse chain, I don't know what happened, but OKX took it off or something, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they would do that, but when I tried to look it up the other day, I couldn't even find oh, here we go. This is new. BitGet. I don't know, let's see what BitGet does. Is that the right one? I don't think it's been out that long. No, I don't know. I don't think that's the right one. I don't know. I'm trying to find a new one for that. All right. Oh, this now is a little bit nasty for the daily close today. We did have, I think today was even quad witching too. Let's zoom in on some of these crack time frames. Pretty gross. Like we were talking about yesterday, we start cracking below 45. Watch out. And the worst part about this structure is we had bulls look really good. And then today they just got absolutely demolished and even closed below all the previous week of business. So that's a little bit of a nasty sign for the Bulls right here. Let's see if they can hold on to 4,500 next week, but that's a little bit of a clue, if you will. Oh, holy crap, man. Casey Lewis is on fire today. Look at that. Nice. We'll get to those in just 1 second, buddy. Let's see here. Let's take this off. Same for NASDAQ. Engulfed the previous week of business. It is sitting right on the 21, so Bulls could defend it here next week. We'll just have to kind of see, but that is a little bit interesting and slightly concerning for the Bulls. See what happens next week. We can't really take that one candle. Like I say a lot, one candle doesn't make a trend change, but it is kind of a clue that we're getting engulfed. Rejection immediately after the Bulls attempt to kind of make higher highs on structure. And you can see that also on Russell. Same thing, man. Could it be more sandwiched between here? Yeah, I guess it could, but whatever. Let's see. So, let me jump back over here. 1850 and 1900, it's the same shit on Russell. Russell's making it kind of easy. Is this in a head and shoulders? Yeah, you can definitely argue that. 100% has the profile, all that crap. But for head and shoulders, the way you're supposed to play them is wait for that open and close below the neckline, which is right about here at about 1845-ish, 1850. Then that creates the or confirms the structure, and you could target the other side, or you'd measure the head here, which is about right over here. You can kind of see it's about equal distance or equidistant, if you will. And so that would be a target of down over here at 1750. So not engaged yet, but something noteworthy for sure. The trans, what are they doing? They ain't doing nothing, just kind of chilling on top of range. So it's not super bearish yet. How about, whoa, gap up? What the hell? Okay, well, on Wednesday we're talking about this is showing a little bit of weakness. I guess Germany is saying, suck it, we got this. We are all the way bullish. That's actually kind of a nice candle above 16,000. If we start getting comfy above 16K again, I'd be looking for the top test of this range that we've been stuck in since literally April, man. Wow, long time. China is just getting worked by the 21. Really need to get over 3, pretty much like 32. VIX spiking a little bit. Yeah, nothing too. I mean, this is just whatever. This isn't like, and this isn't like enough price action to really be concerned about any of that. Very nice structure still on Earl. Oh, let's look at the weekly. Man, just bullish as hell. We're at that resistance zone, though, that we were mentioning pretty much for the last couple weeks in the low to mid 90s. It'll be very interesting to see what the Bulls do from here, because it is, I wouldn't say it's looking tired quite yet, but it is pretty vertical with almost no selling since August 29th. So definitely looking for a little sideways, at least probably before the end of the month. So let's move on. Nat gas. Nat gas is kind of just ping. Actually, it's not kind of. It is between 250, 280 until it's out of that range. Whatever. Okay, bonds. Let's go to TNX. Oh, snap. TNX is breaking over that 430 level. Is that why we're getting a little pressure on majors today? Possibly, possibly. We got to keep a real good eye on this next week because if this bitch starts breaking above here, I'm putting an alert on that right now. We start breaking above here. Oof, man, I think that's going to put a lot of pressure on majors. And unfortunately, if you're a crypto bull, probably on crypto as well. Especially if rates keep going up, dollar will get pretty good yields. I mean, I'm seeing 6-7% now on like 6-month notes. That's pretty impressive. We haven't seen that in a long time. Gold bouncing hard today, right off that 200. Very nice, but nothing really exciting. It's still trapped between like 1980-ish and 1911. So until it really gets out of that, it's mostly a nothing burger. Let's jump over to the weekly. Yeah, same with that. Nothing really crazy there. Nice defense by the Bulls on silver. This actually looks pretty good. I don't like the lower high still, but we've got higher lows. So by definition, that is a symmetrical triangle forming and doesn't look terrible off the daily. I mean, you can see this 22 handle is major support, but obviously about that 24 handle is mega resistance. So 22, 24 until we're really out of that, there's not really much to add to it. And you already know what's up with this. Really needs to get back above 950. So this one's like 900, 950. Pretty easy. I mean, if you're a range trader, this is ping pong trader, man. This has been a very, very good market for you. All right, anyway, let's go to see KKR. That boy Casey coming down. Let's see. Weekly. Oh, yeah, this is sexy. What is this? I don't know what KKR is. Finance Investment Managers. Oh, it's got good volume. Dividends. Ouch. Okay. Strong buy, huh? Off trading views, metrics, whatever that means. This actually does look really good above like about $60. See what you got in long entry, 60 FIVA. Man, I guess you're just rounding it probably. It didn't even go to 65 today, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Stop loss at 60. Yeah, that's good. I think 60, even maybe like 59-ish is good support there. Target a 70 dose. Where's 72? Yeah, I like that trade. That's a good setup, man. I cannot pick apart that one too much. I concur with the with that setup. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, we've got good momentum on all the structures. And also daily structures a little bit higher at about 62 for major support. So yeah, I think that one's set up pretty nicely, man. That's a nice looking chart. And this thing pretty much is gone. Well, never mind. An '08, that is not gone straight up. That is straight to hell right there. Anyway, yeah, pretty good there. RPRX. Oh, Nikes. Royalty Pharma is in discovery mode. It's in black hole mode. It looks like ass. I'm assuming you're shorting this. Yep, short at 28. Stop loss at 31. 31 for me is a little high. Mine would probably be closer to like upper 29s or like 30-ish flat. 2-1. What's he targeting? You are targeting 21.50. Ooh, man, that's pretty aggressive. But if we do a little bit of Fibonacci extensions, man, yeah, that's real aggressive all the way to the 4618 extension. That one I will push back a little bit. I think that's a little bit that's a little far. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but extending on the 4618, it's like pretty much past the 3618. It's usually pretty difficult to do that without some pretty violent upside rallies. So not too bad. I like the KKR one better. CB Chubb. Chubb Limited. Okay, that's funny. What do they do? Cash. Oh, this is actually I had a problem at my house. One of my pipes burst in my foundation, and I have traveler's insurance. And one of the plumbers was like, "Dude, they suck. They'll never pay out." And he actually mentioned these guys. He said Chubb, and I was like, "Dude, Chubb is an insurance company." I was like, "What the hell? What a silly name." But yeah, he mentioned Chubb being one of the best ones and USAA. He goes, man, get either one of those. He's like, they always pay out. I'm like, shit, okay. I never even heard of Chubb. So just some food for thought there if you're looking for some new homeowner insurance. Now, this is an interesting pattern here. This is a tough one because it's like almost a head and shoulders, but more distribution esque. Let's zoom. I do like the resurgent or recross of the 21. That's kind of nice in this little pattern right here. This is almost like an inverted H. So we start getting comfy above 212. We probably could target about what 220-ish. Let's see what you got going on here. Long entry at 213, stop loss at 204, looking for 228. 228 is a little aggressive in my view because that's like right up at the tops that it was only there for a couple of days. But yeah, I like your stop loss though on that about 204. Yeah, that's perfect. Low twos, that's a perfect little setup for the stop. I would just if it got close to even mid 20s, I'd probably consider at least taking half off and see what happened. That's kind of how I would play that. T-net. Holy moly, this bitch mooning. What the hell is this? TriNet, commercial services. What the hell do they do? I don't know. I don't know. They got a lot of employees. Provides human capital management. Kind of sounds a little scary. Human capital management. Okay, well, whatever. Their chart though looks really good above about 106. Let's go to the daily. Not too shabby. We can even do monthly on this guy. About 106 on the weekly, but since the market likes whole round numbers, we could just call it 100. That makes it nice and easy. As long as you're above 100, it actually does look pretty decent. See what you got. Long entry 120. Stop at 100. There you go. Nice. And target of 154. That's a little bit aggressive, but let's see here if we take this consolidation. 150-ish is the 2618. Yeah, so that's not crazy. 1618, you'll probably have a little resistance around 125, but clear that, and 150 definitely opens the cards. That one I like a little bit more. Definitely more than the Riprix. RMD. Man, that boy on fire today. ResMed. I really appreciate your contributions there, Casey. Thanks a lot, man. I just like your ideas. I like how you do the keeping it simple. You got your 2-to-1s. Looks like that's kind of your shtick there. Oh, let's see what we got. A little follow. Hey, thank you, Helpful Hair. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, and we do videos Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Also, all these are uploaded to YouTube. So if you prefer to watch them over there, whatever, they're all uploaded. Just search No Noiz Research on YouTube with the Z. It'll pop up. Let's see, RMD. That's what we were on here. Let's go back over to the biz. Let's see. Yeah, sub 190 looks pretty nasty on the weekly. Looks like we can even do a monthly chart on this. It's been out for a long time. Wow, up and to the right for the most part. What the hell? Let's go. I want to see what is this? Health technology. Hey, man, you're very welcome. Right back at you, dude. Right back at you. Let's see. Yeah, not too bad. What do they do? Providing digital health, cloud, medical service. Oh, that makes sense because everything has. That's why it's performed so well. Wow, even since freaking late 90s, telehealth is a thing. Now, is this pretty nasty? Last month, yeah, absolutely, 28% down. This is pretty bearish, below 190-ish. So we're getting confluence with the weekly, the daily. Big gap though, right here, but sub 190 is also kind of the bottom area of this gap, and you've got your short entry 144, stop at 155, and you're looking for 125. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's zoom out. Hold up. 125 is about over here in the middle of all this. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Let's see, and you're stopping out at what 155, so down way down here, right at this gap. Yeah, I think that's very acceptable parameters right there. Not too bad, man. Let's go to the daily 155, right where that gap is too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good setup, dude. That I think the only one I kind of didn't like was the Riprix RPRX, but other than that, man, nice shit there. All right, let's go to the blockchain stuff because we got to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to our index. Whew, it does look a little bit heavy, but we're not breaching the 370 yet. Bulls aren't doing anything like really at all. What has this been? Freaking pretty much since like mid August, just sideways as F. It still looks okay above 370 though. Can't really hate on it. Would really like to see this clear 400 though. Cores, of course, it's stuck at like 69. As long as it's above like that upper 60 handle, pretty much 69. It's looking all right. Oh, let's get this to zoom. We are making lower highs though. So that is a little bit of a concern for the bulls. And so, you know, you never want to see just lower highs and lower lows getting built. If this thing loses like pretty much 65 to 69, we get like even you man, look at this. At 69, there's not even an open and close. Well, maybe this one open and closed at right on 69. Wow. One daily open and close below 69 cents on core probably gets us to drop. Let's do some fib action because fib is very important. Man, we're holding right at the 382. Beautiful. So yeah, more confirmation there. If that does fail, though, we could look for easily about 50 cents. Ultimately, you know, maybe like low 40s if if the Bears really wanted to get it going. Let's see how the weekly looks. I do like that it's holding the 382 though. If y'all don't know about fibs, whenever you do fib extensions, if bulls are really they have a lot of underlying strength and you pull fib and it's staying above the 382 in structure, then that is a bullish macro posturing and that works on anything that you can chart. Period. Fibonacci's and everything if you didn't know. Bodies, plants, shells, spirals, it's everywhere, man. All right, what else do we got here? Nothing really over there. Let's go to weed stonks. Did they get any follow through? They're probably still kind of just lollygagging at the tops of their ranges, would be my guess. Yeah, they're just kind of chilling. So this is where the volume's tapering off at major resistance. That's why I took everything off early this week on Monday and then completely took everything. Well, oh, hold on. I almost took everything off, probably 80% Monday, and then I dumped the rest of everything on Tuesday. I'm not going to hold for this first test of the 200 since, you know, almost a year ago. No way, Jose. I'm going to lock in my monies there and wait. Let this digest. You can always buy back in. It's a big thing, especially in the crypto space. I don't like that they just say hodl. You just hodl forever. If you were in Bitcoin a long time ago, many moons ago, that does make sense, and you can argue, I think, fairly well for that. But if you got in like in the last, 3 to 5-ish years, like I don't know, man. I've watched my portfolio go down like 90 something percent 2 times, and it does not feel good to hodl through that. So I don't know. I don't really like the idea of hodling. I think you always need to manage your risk no matter what. There's no need to, let me pull up this chart just for reference. There's no need to sit through this. You know what I'm saying? There's no need. Hold on, let me go to the weekly. There's no need to sit through this. Why the hell do you want to watch your portfolio go down 80%? Like, why do you want to do that? You can just buy back in. Wait, when it breaks structure, get out, and then wait. That's all you got to do. This whole hodl thing, man, can mess with your mind, and it might not make you trade anymore. It almost made me quit trading after the 2017 bump. I don't know why it pulled up. I want more chart. More. Yeah, after 2018, after this, I almost didn't want to trade anymore because I was like, oh, what the hell, dude? Giving up all my gains, all my tendies, 85% down. What the shit is this garbage? And it happened again here. It just takes emotional capital is, I think, under talked about in the trading community. You got actual capital, cash money, and then you got emotional capital. They're both very, very important to manage. So just some food for thought. Because if you don't have a plan, you're just like, oh, hodl forever. Well, I mean, dude, that's not realistic. Like, you have to take profits at some point or losses, but mean, you're not just going to hodl forever and ever, man. So, anyway, that's enough of that. I'll get off my soapbox. So it looks like, yeah, dead ass flat. Let's go to, oh man, okay, nice. Literally closed zero. Y'all see up here in the top, up here, the high, low, open, high, low, close. It's literally zero. You don't see that often. Zero. Open, closed, 0% move. Is this losing some Momo? Well, this actually looks pretty good for now. And like we said earlier, this is big sign that bulls might be flipping the market after being down for, a millennia here pretty much. And so this is, like we talked about earlier in the week and last week, this is very different price structure. And this is the best attempt for the bulls to regain the Momo in the weed sector that we've seen in many years. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Keep an eye on it too. If you don't want to watch the streams, whatever, weed is looking a little bit sexy time. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, that one actually popped up. Look at this doji at the top of range, and we lost the Momo on RSI short term speaking. So see if that keeps going on. Probably have to have some kind of other, like, Biden says something about actually acknowledging that shit or whatever. I don't know, whatever. All right, I think that's it for today. I don't think I have anything else to bring up. I didn't really see anything else in the market. Let's go look at Apple real quick. Yeah, because if Apple breaks 172, we could probably get some good selling pressure. Yeah, not too great on Microsoft, but it's like it looks mostly pretty good. So, Disney trying to pop up there. Is this a false breakdown on Disney? Disney starts getting back above 86 and clears 89. This could be considered a false breakdown, and I would look for the other side of range, which is about $100. But that wouldn't really trigger until we got comfy for at least probably about a week over 87-ish. Let's see here. Oh, NVIDIA. We were looking at this earlier in the week. Oh, snap. We got a vol flash officially on NVIDIA. Haven't seen one of those since over here in March of this year. So that's interesting. And we're getting back below the magenta candle. Losing this trend line in about 4:30 could be pretty nasty. We start doing that for a week or so. This gap looks like it wants to be filled. We were talking about earlier this week, too, that put butterfly options position on this might not be a bad trade. I didn't look at it this week. I'll check it out next week. No rush on it, but that could be a decent trade. All right, that's it for today. Just as the wrap up, we're getting pretty good follow through on this tweezer candle, looking pretty good on the shorter term above 26,000. Really need to get back above 28 though to get kind of a little girthy bull boner going. And as of right now, we're just not quite getting that. Ethereum's looking a little bit weaker too, so that kind of sucks. We'd like to see both of them kind of doing their dance. And until then, we're just kind of ping-ponging still, y'all. I know we got excited for just a second on this candle after, of course, the little correction here the other day or whatever. But now we're just back in this range, ping-ponging the shit out of price. So till above 28 or below like 25, it's just, that's what it is, range time. Let's see what the weekly close is like here on Sunday. We'll talk about it Monday morning. And until then, I hope you all have a beautiful, amazing, awesome weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks again, Casey Lewis, for putting your contributions in here. Much appreciated. And that's it, man. Love you guys. Hope you all have an awesome weekend. This has been No Noiz. I am Z-Rex. Peace.